Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. This is possibly our largest group. We had discussed at one point to try to make it cap out. But since we've upgraded our Zoom account, it's not even able to do that. So we're really happy you all are joining us. Some housekeeping while people are headed into the meeting. So I've already gotten 3 emails about this being recorded and posted online. It's already started its recording. All of our Wednesday webinars will be on the Howard Hanna YouTube channel. So if you are not subscribed to that, I suggest that you do that. You just search Howard Hanna Education and Training and then click subscribe so you'll be notified. The other thing, what we're trying to do with these Wednesday webinars, if you're just joining us for the first time, since we used to have the very large ones, we do want a little bit more engagement. If you've got a question or if you need something repeated, you are on meeting mode, so you can unmute yourself at any point and ask us a question or to repeat something. And I think that's pretty much, last thing. So this meeting is on Realscout. There is a separate link for the mobile apps that will start at 10:45. I will put that link in the chat at the end of this meeting. If you are looking to join us for the second class on all the Howard Hanna mobile apps, including Earnest, that will be at 10:45 today. Sorry, Natalie, people are still coming in.
That is fine. I wanted to minimize the faces since I'm at the office today, but I'm in my closed room. But I just have my laptop screen right now, so I wanted to make sure people could see everything. So I will not be able to see faces or comments. So you'll have to help me out with that.
I have no problem interrupting you. We just talked about this. I always do that. It looks like it's kind of paused now. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kate Lasor. I'm the Director of Education for the Midwest. I do a lot of our tools training. Natalie, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Natalie Duguid, and I am a tools trainer out of the Capital Region in New York.
There are people that are still joining us, but just for the sake of time, if you want to get started, I'll just keep my eye on the waiting room.
All right, so the first thing that we want to go over today is creating and sharing your landing page, which is actually happy. If you look at all the different ones on the side, most of us only look at dashboard client search, but we're going to kind of go over all of these tools over here. And so under extras down here, we see landing page. And so this is just a great way to bring in some more business with kind of just customizing the landing page that they can start their search on. And so we're going to go over a couple of those. But right here, your personal Realscout landing page URL is this. So you can, click on that to go there, and you can kind of see what it looks like. I was just, playing around with it before this class a little bit, and I just grabbed, this is one of our realtor.com background logos, but I'm sure marketing can help with some other ones.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, Natalie customized her page. So when you come to it, it's not going to look like this. You'll have to add pieces and parts to it.
Yep, so I wanted to show this now. And then if we go down here, it's going to say customize landing page. So if we click on that, we're going to see what I've done edit-wise. But basically, I came over here, I clicked change photo, and I just browsed for one. It does tell you JPEGs and PNGs. Basically, those are 2 different types of photos that you can use, and most of our photos are in both of those. So I just looked around on our documents. I just searched for some images here, went through some marketing campaigns to find some images, but definitely if you have, a team logo, or if you have something, maybe your Facebook cover photo you had personalized or something like that, definitely can work on getting that in there. or if you maybe want your area, a picture of your city, a town, something people can relate to. Those are all great options for you, and you basically can just browse for one by clicking it. Sometimes I have to click this one a few times. And it's not gonna go up for me, but basically you click browse for one, your computer will open the files, and then you can grab one from there, or you can drag and drop a photo in here as well. And then we go down to the second, and so this has the search feature here. You can edit that. Where would you, both of these you can edit, change whoops, to what you want. Here as well. And that's going to be what's above the search option right here. And then if we scroll down, this is a little bit more about you. And so you can edit here. There's also a spot here. And so you could maybe work on this being your bio. If there's a spot for a video right here, I grabbed it from YouTube. So we've been pushing a lot this year to do a small about me video and put it up on YouTube to put, on your website. This would also be another great spot for it. Just a little quick video about yourself. And I just went up here to change photo or video. And right here, I just pasted the YouTube link. So it's really simple. I just went and searched on YouTube for Home Happens Here. Grabbed it. And then I just grabbed the URL and pasted it in.
So while Natalie's doing that, Natalie, there's just a few things that came in the chat privately that I want to review really quick. But I just want to know, so this is basically another website. It is not, you should still absolutely use your Howard Hanna website. This is a lead capture form to get people into your Realscout. So this is not you shouldn't do this instead of your website. You should do both. But this, and I'm sure Natalie will show you for people who are curious as to why we're showing this, is that Natalie can then share her nataliedogood.realscout.com. And if someone clicks on that, it's going to ask them to set themselves up and to log in. And then she'll be able to find all that information and look at what they're doing like she would any buyer on Realscout. Natalie, a question came in and they just asked, can you go back to where all the options were on the left side of your screen, like the Market 360, the listing, and just stay there for 2 seconds. Open all of those little. So someone's asking kind of what these are and where to find them, what they do. So you should all have access to these. If you don't see them, you have to click that arrow. If the arrow is up, that means that everything is showing. Your listing tools, Natalie will go over that here in a second. Market 360 has been around. Someone asked about Market 360. That's been around now probably over a year now. It's reverse prospecting for those of you. So it's instead of having the listing reaching out to, instead of having the buyer looking for the house, you have the listing and you're looking for the buyers. And it's all of the buyers that are here within Realscout. Buy side is probably a little bit more robust if that's what you're trying to do. And then the extras is where Natalie is right now. We're in that landing page right now. The widgets will not work on our website, so you don't have to worry about that. If you have your own website, you can give them the widget. Possibly they can put that on there. And then integrations, you don't have to worry about that. Howard Hanna has already done that for you. And then social media, Natalie will show you. Another question came through, is Market 360 going away? I don't know. So I will look into that. But regardless, if you're looking for reverse prospecting, I would choose buy side over Realscout right now, just with the amount of leads you're getting.
Yeah, buy side has a lot more buyers on it because it's not just taking from Realscout, but it's also taking it from other sites that us as Howard Hanna agents are using, like Realtor.com leads and everything else. Whereas Market 360 is just Realscout buyers, which are still a lot of buyers, but It's
getting chats, and it would probably be a lot easier for Natalie if you could, where it says the two, if you could put to everyone in meeting, she'll be able to see it, and then other people can see what you're asking. They probably have similar questions. I keep getting things private. I keep hitting browse for photos and it's not doing anything. Make sure that you are on Google Chrome. Sometimes pop-ups will not work if you are on Internet Explorer.
It is really touchy. I will say that you saw I kind of struggled to browse for one too. Dragging and dropping in was a lot easier, but really I don't know why it's touchy. But you just got to kind of move the mouse around a little bit. Sometimes I tried double clicking, but I don't know why, but that's a common struggle. I would definitely suggest dragging and dropping, but if not, then just keep clicking around, and I finally got it to come up. So any more questions on this? This is a great spot to put a little bit of a bio sentence here. Your information should be at the bottom. And then I can go over sharing this. But do we have any more questions?
No more questions. I'd go ahead and share what, oh, who sees this? Whoever, you can put it online, you can put it in your email signature, you can put it on social media, whoever you share it with, it's just like any other website, they would see it.
Yep, so at the top, then I could say, see the page, how it will look without all the editing options that I had before. And if I love it, then I can just grab this link up here, copy it, and then I can, share it wherever I want. If you even wanted to add that link to, say your Howard Hanna website, you could do that too if you wanted, but people can search on the Howard Hanna website as it is. So that's kind of fine. It's mainly meant to be a lead capture. Because so you can just add that in right here. But if I'm on this page right here and I go to do a search, in a second. My laptop is thinking. For that, I'm just gonna see if I can get it to go quicker up here. Oh, there we go. And it pops up locations for them. There we go. And so this is what they'll get, so they can sign up and they can already kind of see, oh, this is a site where I can search. These are all that's popping up right now. And then they can just sign up right now, and that's going to go into your Realscout as the agent. So this is what we mean by lead generation. If we are sharing this, they're searching for something and then it's encouraging them sign up, but it's also giving them a glimpse of what they're going to get, which, this is something where they can do searches on a lot of the other search engines pretty similarly. So they should be pretty comfortable with the map, narrowing down the searches to what they want, saving a search and all of that. But definitely having what they're going to get encourages them to sign up more.
I got some questions that came in privately. Where do people find graphics or videos where did you find all of this stuff to make your page?
All right, so the video I grabbed from Howard Hanna. Basically, I did the Home Happens Here one, but you can search for Howard Hanna. And stuff pops up here, the Howard Hanna Quotes for Kids 2020, along with some other ones here. But if you were going to do an About Me video, if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account as it is, and you would just sign in and then you would just create this video. And you would that's how you would do it. On Howard Hanna training, we have videos on how to do all of that. So definitely reach out to us and we can direct you there. For the realtor.com cover photo, let's see if I can just search for it right here. But really, I went into documents. There's a lot of realtor.com stuff. Okay, so what I just did, because I know that there's a lot of marketing campaigns that we do, is I went into documents. I went over here to marketing. And I looked at their marketing campaigns here. And there's a bunch of different marketing campaigns. I could do, you know, choose Howard Hanna. And there's always like a social media tab. If I click onto that, I can see a couple different ones. So I could do, you know, choose Howard Hanna, money back guarantee, and I just downloaded it over here. So that's a great source for that. Kind of play around to see what images look best. They also have Facebook cover photos.
Well, now I was just gonna give a piece of advice here. So what I would really do with this tool, because it is a lead capture form, I would make a tab on my Howard Hanna website that says for buyers. And I would just put in some of the PDFs, some of the links to some of our blog sites. I would put in some stuff from Hanna Presentations. And then I would embed that link to my Realscout search. Because you want people using howardhanna.com, but you really want to be able to watch what they're doing, which is what Realscout is so great at. So tell them, you know, for buyers, give your little checklist, give all of the info that buyers are looking for, and then put something that just says start your search here with our state-of-the-art artificial intelligence collaborative search platform, or however you want to word it, and then use that lead capture form from your website. So you don't actually have to share two sites. You could just share your website and have that link in there. So now when you have someone that goes to your buyer tab on your website on Howard Hanna, they might click to join your Realscout, and then you could watch every little thing, you know, Big Brother, what they're doing. We can see what they're clicking on what houses they like. You can reach out and say, you know, this house looks great for you. Why don't we go see it in person? You don't have to let them know that you're stalking them on everything they're doing on Realscout, right? But you can use that to your advantage. So I would certainly make use of this website on your Howard Hanna website, and then just share that website, make a tab for buyers, make a tab for sellers, and try to capture those people starting their search.
Yep, it is great for lead capture. So that is about the landing page. Do we have any more questions before we move on to sharing open house information, which is another lead capture?
You see this one from Stephanie. It seems are we limited to what we're allowed to put on our page, and do we have access to all Howard Hanna video and pics? Are you limited? There's a character limitation, just like with pretty much every site, I believe. You should have access to most of Howard Hanna's videos and images. Natalie showed you the biggest place to find those correct size pixels of all the different images. But what I like to do as well, and I definitely do what Natalie's doing, but if you're in a rush, just go to Howard Hanna Facebook page. There's an image out for everything there. You could just copy those, download them. Make sure with every real estate website that you are sharing the broker name. We need that for license law. You got to make sure Howard Hanna pictures or logos in there somewhere. Yeah, so Natalie's showing you that now. For the YouTube video, you can just subscribe to howardhanna.com or Howard Hanna's YouTube channel and take those videos. I tell people to make their own. Natalie had said like the About Me video. Make your own About Me video. You can upload that to YouTube and put it as unlisted. So not everyone's going to see it if you don't want everyone to see it. That link is still shareable. So you can put it as unlisted. Don't put it as private. Private is just for you. If you ever upload something to YouTube that you want to be able to link somewhere and not just have public, put it as unlisted. And then the last question, Lucia. Lucia, this has been a problem forever. They did default to FireLens for Ohio initially. I don't know why it's still happening. I will reach out to them. But all that they need to do, and I would just have them the second they come in and you talk about all the tools, just tell them to email support@realscout.com and say, you know, this is my office, here's my license number, I'm in FireLens, I need Yes MLS. It's
Okay,
usually the
thanks.
same day.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So the next way you also can lead capture, because it's not like you'll want to be, sharing that landing page over and over again. But if we go under extras again and we go to social media, I then can go over here and it says create map search link. I could click in Guilderland or whatever area here. I don't really need to fill out too much more, but I can just do only listings with open houses. And then I can just share this link right here. And so this is almost something I could do weekly to say, hey, are you in this area? Do you want to see the open houses for this week or, this weekend? And just share this link.
Natalie, are you going to kill me if I keep interrupting you?
Not at all.
So I was just going to say, this is also another lead capture form to say, looking for open houses in your neighborhood, click here. You do have to make sure that you either, if you want it to be a lead capture form, if you want someone to register, there's a setting you have to turn on. If you don't want if you just want them to get on Realscout and see how great it is in hopes that they call you, there's a setting you need to turn off. And I'm going to show Natalie. Now, if you go to my account and then settings. So she has it clicked right now where it says general, and then it says underneath, it says require home buyer registration to search. That's the lead capture form. So if you have that clicked and you share your Realscout page, you share that open house thing, that means people have to register for you. Sometimes they're not willing to do that. Sometimes they are. My advice, I would say maybe I would say do it weekly. I think Natalie's spot on with that. Be the person that shares the open houses every week. But maybe the first one, say, this week for the first time, no registration required. Make it sound like it's all exciting, right? No registration required. Click here to see all of the open houses. Again, it's all of them, not just our brokerage in the area. And then the next week, after they see how great Realscout is, turn that button on. And now they're going to be like, oh, wait, now I have to register. Well, Realscout was so awesome. I don't mind giving my information. I think you'll have better luck with someone registering at that point than asking them right away.
And so that's really a simple, you just want to make sure you're doing these open house listings right here. And then you can just share it right there. So that's how simple that one is and why, it's something you can do weekly. You can, neighborhood, city, zip, public school district. You can choose kind of what area you want to focus on for open houses, but that's just how easy it is to do that one. Social media, make a map search, and then share it. So any questions on that? Any other questions on that one?
Can everyone see her screen? I've followed the whole time. I can see her screen, everything she's been doing, but there have been 2 people that said they can't. Is everyone seeing this? Yeah, someone said yes. So for the 2 people that can't, I'm wondering if it might be, oh, Stu makes a great point. At the top of your screen where it says speaker view or gallery view, you might want to change and see if that helps. Also on the top under view options, you probably need to use that down arrow and put side by side so you can see what she's talking about as she speaks.
All right, are we good for market alerts is next on the list?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. So this tab over here is market alerts, and this is the next thing that we wanted to show you guys. But this is kind of similar. I would say it's similar to, a neighborhood news where they can get you can sign people up for these. So let's maybe do elementary school. Maybe not. We'll just do Guilderland. Here. And we can just do 100. Let's see if we have anything there. But yeah, I think it's similar to neighborhood news, but it again is a little bit different. But basically showing some active buyers, interactions, some hot spots here, and just kind of what's going on. So this is a newer feature of Realscout that we weren't sure if you all knew about. And we kind of wanted to go over highlighting some of the new things that have come out with them. Here, some of the top viewed listings, recently sold, recently listed, updated. And so just a little, helpful market activity for this place that you could, sign up a client for if they're, not sure maybe if they want to, list their house yet or not. You could just show this to them, if they're in that hot market, can schedule it again, even, monthly, quarterly. So you're not, spamming them with this. It could just be a, hey, just so you know, here's some good information for you to have on, what's going on in Guilderland or in your school district or anything like that. And I mean, it's cool for you guys too. You could sign yourselves up for this, just to see what's going on. So again, you know your market with that. So any questions on that? Did you want me to walk through that again?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so is this something that is shareable to social media? Or would you recommend doing it? Yes, no, maybe?
This doesn't have that share option to social media. This is just sharing it specifically to the clients that you already have in the system
Mm-hmm.
that I
Okay.
can see here.
So one piece of advice I would give to this is I would send it to yourself and one, see how that looks, if that's something that you can actually screenshot or share in that sense. But I know there's people who have taken classes with me before, so this is going to sound like a broken record, but I really think video content is like the most important thing right now. So if you send this to yourself, do a 30-second video, like here's what's going on in Guilderland, like Market Monday update, make a quick little Instagram video, put it on Facebook. And you don't have to do any of the research. That's the best part about all these tech tools, is that it's doing this for you. So you send this to yourself. Can you hit preview, Natalie? So you look at this, you say, okay, in this price range, we have at Howard Hanna, we have 190 active buyers. It looks like buyers are on the up and up. You put whatever you want out there, like here's even 15-second update, and then share it that way. You're going to look like the market expert, and you could pick certain areas. And maybe, Monday's this neighborhood, Tuesday's this neighborhood, and it's just 15 seconds video content. I really think that shows like that authenticity that a lot of people are looking for in an agent. But you can't actually just share it to social media, not yet. At least I can ask them if that's something we can do. Someone asked, where is this data coming from? This is coming from every buyer that's in Realscout throughout the brokerage. So not just your buyers, it's every buyer. How do you share it with a client? So two people, can you just share this again, Natalie, the whole thing?
Yeah, so we go to market alerts here. You're gonna choose a city, zip code, neighborhood, school. So I just did Guilderland. And then it gives me some options here. So you'll pick which option you want. You can do the price range, that is optional. So if I don't want to do a price range this time, and then I just come down here and say preview market activity. So this has changed just because I didn't put in a price range. It's showing me the last 90 days. And then right here, save market alert to client. I can just come in here, I can choose my client. And if I don't want them even to get this monthly or quarterly, or if I want to get it, at any, I can even just choose manual. And so I'm just going to send this right now. I would save it. And then myself as that client would get that market activity alert.
Can I ask a question along these lines?
Mm-hmm.
So the buyer information comes from the Realscout database that has everybody's, buyers and whatever. Just like buy side, is there any way to um, find out who those buyers are without actually knowing the buyer like we can in buy side?
Only if it's your listing.
Yeah.
So only if it's your listing, not a general market report. But good
So
question.
I've got a listing and I ran this report and I see the numbers, and I surely don't have the numbers of buyers in my on my database that they're calling out in the listing. So how do I reach out to the buyers that would be interested in my property, but they're not my clients?
So if you're doing this through Realscout and not buy side, which again, we do recommend buy side because it has larger list of buyers. But if you go to my listings under Market 360, which I don't have any, but your listing would show here and it would have a blue activate button. If you click that, it will then give you more details and you can reach out to the buyer's agents and say, you know, it shows that you have a couple clients who have searches that match my listing. You know, let me know if you want to stop by and see it or something. So you would want to go through Market 360, my listings, activate your listing, and then go from there.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to add one thing. So a lot of people are asking questions about, you know, what to do once you have this, or how is it sent, or what does it look like? I think Natalie would agree. I'm sure she's probably said this before. Whenever we have a client-facing portal and an agent-facing portal, hopefully you all have another email that's not your Howard Hanna email. Set yourself up on everything as a client. You're gonna understand the product a lot more in the platform if you are receiving it as a client as well, to see what they're looking at, what you can edit, what you can change. So if you're interested at all in doing this with a client, I would just say send it to yourself right now at a different email address. You have to make sure it's a different email address, otherwise it gets really confused on the platform if you're an agent or a client. But just do that and see if there's a way. I think Kristen had a great question about if a client can actually go in and change their market area. I don't believe so. But again, the best way to know that is if you send it to yourself and see what they're looking at.
Yep, I definitely agree, is always have yourself in as a client, because as you experiment with this tool, you'll be so much more comfortable trying whatever you can find that works best with how you do business. If you're doing it and you know it's just going to you and you're not gonna, you know, experiment with something for the first time and mess up in front of a new client, because no one wants to do that. So if you are in a tool and you put yourself in as a client, you're going to get a lot more comfortable with what this tool can do and how you specifically with your business plan and your clientele, how you want to use this tool. And you're going to have that safety of knowing if you mess up, it's fine. It's just going to you. And that way, you know, when you start using this tool, it's going to be a lot less pressure when you're sending it out.
Natalie, did you see Pam's question?
I did not.
Is there a way to put a default message in there? There's not in the market alert, but there is when someone signs up with you. Thanks, Natalie. Under my account, she's showing you here, and then profile in the bottom, you see this in the bottom of the right, it says edit. You can change that there.
And you can personalize that to say whatever you want. And again, this is just another URL to share Realscout, but that's just sharing the basic here, search for homes here. So sharing your landing page can get a lot more lead capture, as well as sharing specific open house information. But so that's the market alerts. I think we just had one more new thing that we wanted to show you here. It's just the final one. And again, this is something more so that buy side has with you know, some more nicer graphs and doing that whole CMA for you, but you can test the market here for that. Did you have an address, Kate? Were you gonna get that, or I can
You could, yeah, sure. 1379 Aspenwood.
Oh wait, it's not. It's only in my MLS. Hold on. So we're just
Yeah, my bad.
No, I single family home. I don't actually know what beds and baths this has. But you obviously would know more about this property if you're gonna put it on. I mean, I guess actually I could just do my own. I could just do my own property. We'll do this because this is what I always search in by side. And then we are going to do, we'll just do that. And then you can generate and test the market here. And you can export as a PDF, but this is just something number where you can just get some more information on a specific property here. But again, this is something more so most of you guys are going to be doing in buy side. Areas with popular listings, active buyers. But basically, you know, Realscout has come out with a lot of other things. So if you're in Realscout a lot, you use Realscout a lot, then we just wanted you to know the extra features that are here and a lot of more so the lead capture features that it has for you. So any questions with this? Do you guys, are you using buy side for this? Most of you?
A lot of people tend to ask, you know, we have so many tools that are a little redundant. You just pick the one you like. I mean, we're showing you all the options. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like you have to learn all of them. Just pick the one that you really want to focus on, that you appreciate, and learn that one. Yeah, Lucia put a good point. She wrote to everyone about exporting the PDF. The other thing I just wanted to say, so it doesn't look like there's many questions. We just wanted to show you these new features. The next webinar is going to start here. We actually are going to sign off and then sign on to a new link. I did share it in the chat. I will share it again, but that is going to go over Howard Hanna apps. So the Agent app, the Realscout app, and the Earnest app. So for those of you who want to learn how to digitally request earnest money, we're going to go over that. Join us here at 10:45. Are there any last minute questions for Natalie on any of the Realscout new features? All right, well, thank you, everyone. You can unmute and say bye if you'd like to. I feel like it was a lot of me today.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice
Look,
job,
they're
buddy.
still there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye, everyone.
Thank
Hopefully
you
see
so
you
much,
soon.
Kate.
Bye-bye.
And Natalie.
Bye.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
I'm